Uh. Yeah.
Yes, hello, boxing fans around the world. Thanks for joining me once again, and Mike Orr for another exciting episode of the Friday Night Panel. And boy, we going to talk a lot about Avril Matthew tonight.
One of your favorites.
Well, I'm telling you, man, it's not often she pops up on my radar, but she's popped up twice this week for two things. One, she's fighting tomorrow night on the undercard at the Hulu Theatre at Madison Square Gardens. And she also popped up in the Australian newspapers because she wants to, if she wins tomorrow night, which I'm sure I hope she will. She's fighting Ramla Ali. But if she does win, she wants to fight Ebony Bridges, two Aussie gals going at it, toe to toe. Anyway, I thought it was pretty interesting.
Honestly, I can't wait to see the weigh-in for both of those.
Speaking of weigh-ins, did you happen to see the weigh-in between Navarrete and Liam Wilson? Speaking of Australia.
No. Tell me what happened.
Well, just some shenanigans.
Again?
Yeah, and it depends. It depends who you want to listen to, who you want to believe. Let's just hope that fight goes forward. It's scheduled for tonight. I'm sure you're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
But there's talk out of Tim Wilson's training camp that he might not participate due to these shenanigans. I don't really know exactly how you can recalculate a weight machine, but anyway, something happened and they were complaining about it and were threatening to withdraw.
Really?
Anyway, so here's a funny just sidebar before you get rocking and rolling. I took part in the Absolute Boxing February Challenge.
Okay.
Absolute Boxing is a Facebook page dedicated to the sport of boxing, and the young lady asked if I'd participate and offer my opinion as to who would win and how they would win their respective fights. So included were a bunch of really good names, and I'm not going to say obvious picks, but they're all pretty close. I mean, boxing it's a hard pick either way, and I always like the underdog, but the underdog typically never wins. But one of the last ones, one that drew the ire of quite a few of the fans around the world, was the Jake Paul question: would he knock out Tommy Fury as he says he would, or would he even win? I think he would win. I as part of my little list of people winning. I thought Jake Paul would win. I think he's got nothing to lose. He's going to come out with a flash of thunder and try to clobber Tommy Fury into the ground real quickly. And I think that will happen, quite frankly. I don't have too much confidence in Tommy Fury. I like what he's saying, but I just think Jake Paul is meaner. Hard for me to say that, but
wow.
This will be it for Jake Paul. If Jake Paul beats Tommy Fury, he will be recognized, I think, as a
legitimate boxer.
I mean, he's a fighter for sure. He's got strength. He's got strength in his hands.
We can say that he's definitely been learning on the go.
Absolutely. He's got the best trainers in the world, quite frankly.
Well, he's got the money for it.
Exactly.
On top of that, he didn't really have an amateur career, so let's call all these fights against these retired MMA fighters who have turned boxers. We'll call those fights his amateur career.
Or basketball star. Anyway.
Or basketball stars, UFC stars, whatever they are.
Right, whatever they are. So anyway,
who's he fighting next? The Pope?
So he's fighting, as I said, he's fighting Tommy Fury in Saudi Arabia. And yet again, the Saudis putting up some big bucks, because on that undercard they put Badou Jack against Makabu. And I chose Makabu to win that fight, by the way, because I didn't understand why Badou Jack would be on that particular fight. He's rated number 3, and that's ahead of some pretty heavy hitters in that division. But anyway, I'm sidebarring. Sorry.
No, it's all good.
I know your time is limited, so why don't you rock and roll and start us off with the upcoming shows that we're looking forward to?
I'd like to start with the one we missed last night. Montreal Casino, Montreal, Quebec, Thursday, over ESPN Plus. Bob Arum Camille Estefan, Eye of the Tiger Management,
Yep.
presented in the main event, WBO number 3 ranked, NABF and NABA super middleweight champion, unbeaten Eric Bazinian
Yep.
out of Quebec. Canada pulled out a majority decision over former WBC U.S. middleweight champion and world title challenger Sly Az Fox from Marlborough, Maryland. In the main event, number 3 ranked NABF and NABA super middleweight champ Bazo, what's he called? He came through. He came through and won by majority decision over the former world title challenger. In the first 2 rounds, the taller Fox, by 4 inches, used an effective jab, using the ring well. Kept coming forward, landed an overhand right in the final seconds of both rounds. In the 3rd round, the jab from Fox caused some swelling under the left eye. Bazanian landed several rights on the chin of Fox during that round as he tried, catching the taller Fox. In the 4th round, Fox continued winning another round through the closest of the 4 as the frustrated Bazanian kept trying to land his right. In the 5th round, Bazanian seemed to edge it out as Fox slowed down a bit. In the 6th round, Fox seemed to catch his second win, taking the round. In the 7th round, an early first minute, Bazanian landed a solid combination on the chin, getting to the attention of Fox. Bazanian had his best round up to this point. 8th and 9th rounds, Bazanian had Fox holding for the most part of the round, outworking him. In the 10th and final round, it was the best round of the fight. Bazanian coming out at the bell, landing a solid right on the chin of Fox, setting the stage for most of the round as Fox in the final seconds put together a combination of punches trying to steal the round, but not enough to do it. So this one, 98-92 twice and 95-95, same as the writer, referee. It was a great fight. It was a good fight, definitely huge. But in the co-main event, WBC number 14, former NABF super light Yves Ulysses Jr., 22-3, ranked number 140 in Montreal, was stopped by former IBF Intercontinental champ Gabriel Valenzuela, who was ranked number 139 of Jalisco, Mexico, at 52 seconds of the first round. Oops. So, guys, you didn't get to see this one in the first round. An uppercut landed, followed by a vicious right uppercut from Valenzuela on the chin, and down went Ulysses, who, in trying to get up, very wobbly, forcing referee Martin Forrest to wave it off. So it was a great event last night, guys. If you didn't get a chance to watch it,
potential knockout of the week is what you're saying?
Yeah, that's definitely what I'm saying. 2 uppercuts land like that, drops a guy who I've been watching for a while. Yves Ulysses, great eye the Tiger management, fighting out of Montreal. Definitely, he was on his way up, and he looks like he got stopped real quick there by Valenzuela with 2 disgusting uppercuts that just knocked it. It was great, guys. Go and watch it. You're not going to want to miss it. But no, we got to talk about tonight. Tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern, guys. You want to watch this one. I can't wait for this. Navarrete, Wilson, Jose Pedraza, Arnold Barboza Jr., welterweight co-feature, heavyweight Olympic silver medalist Richard Torres, headline Friday night live from Glendale, Arizona, ESPN, guys. This one live on ESPN Plus at 10 p.m. I can't wait. Also, undefeated stars Nico Ali Walsh and Emiliano Fernando Vargas will see action on this ESPN Plus streamed undercard. So, guys, make sure you get your seat ready, grab all your drinks and everything. Don't get up. You're not going to want to miss this one, man. Mexican star Emmanuel Navarrete and Australian contender Liam Wilson will fight for the vacant WBO junior lightweight world title at Desert Diamond Arena in Glendale, Arizona. Navarrete, the reigning WBO featherweight world champion, hopes to become the 10th Mexican-born boxer to win world titles in 3 weight divisions. So, yes, this is going to be a huge main event. Junior welterweight contenders collide in the 10-round co-feature. Arnold Barboza Jr., love this kid, hopes to earn a career best victory against Jose Pedraza, a former 2-weight world champion. What are your thoughts on this one, Graham?
I picked Pedraza to win by unanimous decision, going the distance.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I didn't in this particular case. I didn't look up the odd makers, seeing what they were picking.
Right.
So I didn't know who the underdog was on this particular fight, but I just thought it's going to be a really good fat battle. It's going to go the distance, in my opinion.
It's going to be
And
huge. It's
yeah,
it's number 9, number 10 ranked guys in the
yeah,
division. You know, Barboza Jr. is supporting that perfect record, 27-0. Pedraza, 29-4-1. You know, this battle has the ability to steal the show on this card tonight. Then
yeah,
definitely you're not going to want to miss it. Also, Richard Torres Jr.
yeah,
back in action. James Bryant. Let's be real. We know how this one's going to end. Torres Jr. is just going to demolish this guy. You know, Torres is really moving up those ranks quick. He's now rated 132 in that heavyweight division. James Bryant, 385th. So, you know, I think this is more of like a, hey, let's keep you warm.
yeah,
Kind of fight. Definitely. Also, we get to see Nico Ali Walsh back in action.
yeah. One of our favorites.
Yeah, definitely. We all know grandson of the great. I can't wait to see this one, man. Nico Ali, 7-0. He's taking on Eduardo Ayla. This one, we know this one. It's going to be it's going to be a stoppage. That's what I'm calling for this one. Emiliano Vargas, you know, this kid, the Vargas, you know, the dynasty. This is definitely going to be an exciting undercard, guys. So make sure you sit down, put your feet up, and watch this one. Also, Lindolfo Delgado, guys, be on the lookout for this kid. I've been talking about this kid for a while. You know, ranked number 23 in that super light division, taking on Clarence Booth. This one, Booth, a little more ring experience. He's 21-6. Delgado, though, 16-0, perfect record. Also, Andreas Cortez, Luis Melendez. This one's big, number 36 ranked versus number 60 in that super feather. Cortez, again, perfect record, 18-0. So, honestly, undercard is full of undefeated guys who are looking to leave that night with that zero still intact. So, definitely, there's going to be some awesome action in this one. Definitely. Then we're moving right along. We're doing it. You know what it is. Live, guys, Matchroom, on the zone. Serrano, Cruz, Baumgardner, McCallum. Wow. Yep. This is a big card. Amanda Serrano will face Eric Cruz in a Puerto Rico versus Mexican battle for the undisputed World Featherweight Championship. And Alicia Baumgardner takes on Elhem McCallum for the undisputed World Super Flyweight Championship at Hulu Theater at Madison Square Garden in New York, Saturday, February the 4th, guys. Exclusively live worldwide on the zone. 7-weight world champ, Amanda Real Deal Serrano back in action. 43-2-1, 30 knockouts. Looks to become the first Puerto Rican-born fighter to take home the title of undisputed as she finally gets the opportunity at featherweight, where she has ruled since 2019. After her history-making lightweight clash with Katie Taylor at Madison Square Garden last April, Serrano faces off against Cruz in her hometown of New York City after a convincing win over Sarah Mahfoud in Manchester. To add to the Danes IBF title to her WBO and WBC belts at 126. Guys, this one's huge. The missing piece of the jigsaw is the WBA crown that belongs to Cruz, who's 15-1 with 3 KOs. The Mexican became WBA champ in 2021, April, ending a long reign of Canadian, what was her name, Mrdonovich in West Point. Cruz defended the title in Mexico in November of 2021 and then met Mrdonovich in a rematch in September in Mexico and won via a shutout on points. The 32-year-old, nicknamed Dynamita, will pose a big threat to Serrano's hopes of becoming undisputed and put a spanner in the works of the Taylor rematch. So this one's huge. And then we got Baumgardner. Like to see this girl back in action as well. 13-1, 7 KOs, had a brilliant 2022, capped by her victorious trip to London, where she unified the 130 division against American rival and IBF and WBO Ring Magazine champion Michaela Mayer. That was in October via split decision. Baumgardner made it 3 wins on the bounce in the UK, having ripped the WBC IBO world titles from Terry Harper in Sheffield in November, with a stunning KO and defending the belt for the first time in April, Manchester, shutting out Edith Mathesy over 10 rounds. This one, this is going to be great. And like Serrano, the Detroit Star just needs that WBA belt to complete the full set. And that belt is vacant with number 3 ranked McCallum, who's 15-1 with 3 KOs, and the French former interim WBC champion comes into the bout on the back of the slender reversal in a bruising encounter with Belgium's former world ruler Delphine Persoon in May in Abu Dhabi. So what are your thoughts on this, Graham?
Well, I'll tell you what I picked. I picked stoppage wins for both Serrano and Baumgartner. I think they're both seasoned professionals. I think they're both out for blood. And, Erica Cruz, for all of her hoopla, I think by the 8th round, I think Amanda Serrano is just going to get pissed off and just knock her out.
I like
that's what I think.
That's what I'm hoping. I'd like to give her the knockout of the week.
Yeah, I think she's going to take no prisoners on this one. There's no, the Mexicans and Puerto Ricans seem to hate each other. So why not?
Yeah,
why not? And so that would be about. Baumgartner, I think, will finish off her opponent early. I picked TKO or knockout in the 3rd round.
I was just going to say 3rd.
So
yeah, I think that one's going to be a quick one.
Yeah.
So we got it's a double header though.
Good double header. Once again, women headlining at a major venue. Once again, I think it will excite the press. I had made mention a couple of weeks ago that the press had totally ignored one of the big fights that happened in England, the Brit versus Brit fight, but all the U.S. press, including actually the Canadian press, completely ignored that Eubank Smith showdown. And so this is interesting. So when you have a fight at Madison Square Gardens, the American press typically cannot ignore that,
right?
Even if it is at the Hulu Theater. But the point of the matter is you've got women headlining, and it's a double bill as far as headlining. Yeah. But most importantly, is that undercard.
Yes, Richardson Hitchens taking on New Jersey's John Bauza for the IBF North American and US WBC 140 titles. It's a second fight under the Matchroom banner for Hitchens, who's 15-0 with 7 KOs.
Yep.
And the unbeaten 25-year-old will defend the IBF belt he won on his first fight with Eddie Hearn in Cleveland in November. His first title fight in the paid ranks, and look to add a second strap in the process. Hitchens fights in New York for the first time since March 2019. And fellow unbeaten man Bauza, who's 17-0 with 7 KOs, will want to spoil his return to action in the Big Apple. The Puerto Rican from New Jersey faces both his first title bout and first battle over 10 rounds in the paid ranks on this night. Bauza was a national champion the same year that Hitchens represented Haiti in the 2016 Olympics, and the pair are familiar with each other, having sparred in the past. So, both guys have been saying it. Even Hitchens, Bauza is no joke. We know each other, but these are the type of fights I want. I'm fighting a young, hungry, undefeated prospect like myself, but I truly believe I'm the best 140-pounder in the world. And come fight night, I'm going to show him I'm on a whole other level. Guys, words right there. And he's definitely probably going to come through and smash him, man. That's what I'm hoping. I'd like to see it. Also, Staten Island talent, Rashat Mati lands a big step up in his second title fight as he challenges fellow New Yorker Cletus Selden for his WBA and ABA super light title. Mati, who's 13-0 with 7 KOs, picked up that WBC youth title at 140 in Mexico City in October in a tough tussle with Eduardo Rodriguez, outpointing the Mexican in his first 10-round action. Experienced banger Selden, who is 26-1 with 22 knockouts, will provide an even tougher test in Mati's second bout with a belt on the line. With the Hebrew Hammer, will want to extend his 5-fight KO winning streak as he returns to the ring for the first time since October 2021, when he knocked out William Silva in his Brooklyn backyard.
Yep.
Then there are 2 more female fights on this card. Sky Nicholson looks to take a big step towards world title action against fellow unbeaten fighter Tanya Alvarez for the WBC silver feather title. And there's another all undefeated belt battle as Remel Ali faces title action for the first time in the paid ranks as she meets Avril Matthew for that IBF Intercontinental Super Bantamweight strap.
That's right.
Yeah.
What's that? What's Avril's record? Undefeated.
Avril,
8-0-1.
Yeah. Nicholson 5-0. She will look to bag belt number 2. Just 1 month shy of a full year in the paid ranks, having bagged the Commonwealth title on home turf in Queensland in October. Completing a unique double, having 1 Commonwealth gold for her country in the same state in 2018. Will be a night of first for Spaniard Alvarez, who's 7-0 with 1 KO. Fights outside of Spain for the first time in her first 10-round bout for a belt. So, and then Ali 7-0, 2 knockouts. Matthew 8-0-1, 3 KOs. Also fight for their first title in the paid ranks. This one, Ali heading into the contest after recording her second KO win, and second in the first session of a fight in Saudi Arabia. First female fight held in the country, while Florida-based Aussie Matthew kept her unbeaten record intact with a victory in her only fight in 2022 in June in Atlanta. This one's good. And to round out the card, Aaron Aponte 6-0-1, 2 KOs, looks to get back to winning ways against Joshua David Rivers, who's 8-1 with 5 KOs, following his entertaining split draw on the Canelo Triple G card in Las Vegas in September. And then Brooklyn's Harley Medros, who's 4-0 with 3 KOs, fights in New York for the first time against Mexico's Julio Madera, who's 4-2 with 2 KOs. Definitely lots of action on this. I also talked about her today. Khadijah Green is taking on Ellen Cedros. Guys, watch out for this one. This is for the WBC Silver Super Middle title. Khadijah Green, the second female signed to Jake Paul's MVP. No joke, this girl, man. 11-0, 10 knockouts. Basketball star, high school basketball star. Got, went to college on a full ride. Used boxing as a way to work on her footwork for basketball. Falling in love with it, and then eventually, after basketball, make that jump to becoming a boxer. She was a heavyweight or super heavy. She ended up making Team USA after only 5 fights in the amateurs. So, she's heavy-handed. She's sparred some of the best. She's been in there with Clarissa Shields. Clarissa Shields has been cited saying that, she's one of the, more accomplished and better girls that she's been in the ring with. She's got those heavy hands. She's got a great jab. Definitely she's going to be in action, guys. So you're going to want to check her out for sure. I'm going with a knockout victory here. That's what I'm thinking. Khadijah Green, she's going to come through and, make MVP look really good.
Yeah. Yeah. And we don't have enough time for me to comment on all those fights, but I'm looking forward to that one. And because realistically, it's going to uphold what we've been saying for way over a year now, in terms of a new management / promotion team, MVP coming on board and promoting women, not just jumping in and signing local celebrity status type male boxers. And I'm not complaining, but that does seem to be the previously defined route for young boxers. If you're from Massachusetts, you would sign to a Massachusetts promoter, and that's the way it goes. So and nothing wrong with that. But what I was saying now in this post-pandemic world where a lot of things have become very either viral or organically driven online, women's boxing has become huge. And for MVP to take another step forward and sign another woman to their roster, that's great news. And she looks great. She looks powerful. She looks intimidating. She says the right thing. She does the right thing. So good for Jake Paul and his boys for picking up this girl.
And she dropped 40 pounds to fight at this weight class too.
Wow, so, can you imagine? Wow.
Yeah. Right. She was in that heavy. She was up in that heavy division, and she's dropped 40 pounds. And she looks great.
Well, one of the things I did read the other day is I don't think there are any female professional heavyweight fighters right now. You've got, I think Cruz Dezern is the only, and she's not heavy though. She's not a heavyweight. I forget what they call them. She's not light heavy. Whatever the top female division is right now. I think it's Cruz Dezern who's top of it, but she's not heavy. Is the point?
Right. No, she's super middle.
And I think that's that. I think women would get upset at us for calling them heavy. So we'll just leave it at super middle. Did you say super middle?
Yeah. So super middle 168. That's where it's at.
She could knock my block off. Let's put it that way.
Oh, you should see the way she hits.
Avril Matthew could knock my block off of that.
Yeah, super middleweight is up there. That's French on Cruz. She's holding all the belts up there right now. And then middleweights are Clarissa, and then Baracus is our light middle. So yeah, she's up there, super middle. She dropped that 40 pounds. She definitely is looking a lot quicker, and she's hitting really heavy, guys. So watch out for this girl. Definitely, it's gonna be a great one.
Yeah, right on. Good call.
Yeah. So on that note, I don't know. Do we have anybody else joining in?
No, I told him not to. I said we'll keep this one short and sweet, and
all right, excellent.
Just highlight a couple of the big fights coming up. Highlight those women, and keep the show rolling. We've got a fight to get ready for this evening.
It started 15 minutes ago.
I'm just curious. Were you quick on the keypad there? Did you happen to see any result from that weigh-in whether Liam Wilson is going to continue?
I tried. There was nothing saying that he's not going to continue. So
okay, let me have a quick little look here. Something about the weigh-in. No, it looks like they've kind of backed down. Maybe that was all a bit of hoopla. Who cares? I'm looking forward to that fight. That's going to be a good one. But I must say, I mean, Liam Wilson looks good, and but Navarrete, wow, that guy, he's going to cry.
Like Liam better because he was already the replacement opponent. So,
right.
Yeah, I can't see him dropping out of it.
Right. So we've had a really good week. Quite frankly, all of the hosts here in Talkin Fight have done a great job, and it's pretty incredible. I don't know if you know this or not, but our numbers are going through the roof right now. We're attracting viewers from around the world, and because all of us hosts talk about different things, so we're having a lot of fun. And I was really enjoying a lot of the work that Sugar's been doing, a lot of the work that Sheila Stafford's been doing, a lot of the work that Brooke has been doing. So it's been great. We were so focused on boxing in general, but then I've let these women do their thing, and boy, they're attracting numbers like there's no tomorrow. Which again proves what we've been saying all along. So again, I just want to say that you and I tonight would talk about some of these fights, but focus on these women. They're going to be fighting tomorrow night at Madison Square Gardens, and we're looking forward to that. Like I said, personally, I've been hyping this girl for a while now because everyone, she looks great in a bikini, absolutely fantastic. but she can also fight, and
she can throw down.
And as Ebony Bridges proved to us last year, or maybe it was the year before now, just because you're beautiful and got a great bod doesn't mean you can't fight. Mean
you can't bang. Like, right. Wow.
So
these girls really have.
And this is a tough test for Avril Matthew too. I mean, Ramla Ali is no easy task. Yeah, exactly. So it's going to be a great fight. It's a great card. And I really hope that Eddie Hearn takes a look at Avril Matthew because I think Eddie Hearn reps Ramla Ali right now. So I mean, he might be going like I'm going
yeah, definitely.
Anyway, there you go. That's it.
All right, so guys, remember we got to get it. Navarrete, it's happening tonight.
Yep.
About to get underway. If you have those streaming services like I have, to catch all the undercard action that you're not going to want to miss because the undercard is pretty good on this one.
Yeah.
So, we're going to go and get to work so you guys don't have to.
We will. Thanks, Mike.
Yeah. So
Thanks,
to all the Talkin Fight fans, thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of the Friday Night Panel with yours truly, Mike and Graham, bringing you the up-to-date and to-the-minute fight action and all the info that you need on this channel. You know what it is, man. We got all these shows, all this different content. Come and check it out. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that share and like. You know what it is. Fighting solves everything. We'll see you later.
Bye-bye.